Okay, diversity 2, we're going to be changing out the compressor on this 2005 Ford Taurus. The compressor is right under, look like my power steering pump here, and right where my finger is the compressor. Right where my hand is moving there, it's right there. But it looks like I'm gonna have to get this alternator off. My reservoir, my antifreeze. Like this brace that's coming off the motor mount into the alternator bracket there. I'll have to remove those belts. Get those belts out the way. Hopefully I can get this out an easier way, but I'm going to try. But this is a 2005 Ford Taurus, and we need to replace the air AC compressor. I got my passenger side wheel off, and I'm gonna maneuver this splash guard. So I can get this out the way so I can see what's going on. Christmas tree nut there, and there's a screw here. See what I can do with that. Got me a long screwdriver here. See if I can pop this thing out. I didn't need to pull that out. Out the way. Down. It's gonna come down somewhere. Another screw at the top there. One on the other side. There they come. All right, just fell off. Got that out the way. 3 screws and a 1 Christmas tree screw, and it's out the way. Gives me a little more room to see what's going on under here. And let's get this show on the road. Get this battery unplugged. All right, moving right along. Made me a little sketch of how my serpentine belt winds through the pulleys. You can't see that well. So I can get it back no problem. And then I'm going to take off my preserver for my radiator fluid. Antifreeze. These clips off here. I got me some duct tape. I'm covering to open this so I can pull out. Look how much stick it out of the way. In there. Same thing with this one. Fine, I don't have to cover it up, let this come out. Take the strap, take it off the there. Just like that. And I have a couple of nuts here. I have a couple of bolts to take out. One right there. My 1332 socket. Take that one. I have one that's over here, right there. 10mm socket. Big well, I'm going to take that out. $15.32 here. This one. Another cap down there. I'm going to spin it a little bit. That one out here, it's not going fast. Let's see. Okay, we got him out. Pocket. And I got one more clamp. Put a big clamp at the bottom. And let's see if I can get it without spilling it in. See all over the place. I got one more clamp right there at the bottom. See if we can get that out without spilling stuff all over the place. Get that off there. This thing's pretty tight. There we go. Alright, get that off. Let's see if I can position it where it doesn't spill out. Awesome. Right there. Get this out the way. This thing's pretty tight. There we go. Alright, get that off. Let's see if I can position it where it doesn't spill out. Awesome. Right there. Get this out the way. Got a better look at our pulley's now. And our tensioner's down here, I believe. Let me pull back on that. I'll put this loose in my alternator and see if it's going to come loose here. Moving right along. Let me get this bolt here. A 15mm socket there. See if that's going to work. I didn't do much for it. Yep. And then plug some stuff here. Get this connector off my alternator. And the bolt, yeah. See if this is going to fit. My 1332 socket fits there. In the pocket. Got this cable off, the alternator. Alright, move right along. It's still not going to get the guts off. Let's get this out of there. Get my tensioner on there. I'll get some tension on the bolt. Gotta get my ratchet on my tensioner. I have a 15mm ratchet. It's gonna pull back on it. I think I need my. If I can get this. It's not enough. Yeah, that. My 15mm ratchet on my tensioner. Hold back on it. Alright. Get that dot off now. Get up the way, right? My 15mm ratchet on my tensioner. Hold back on it. Alright. Get that dot off now. Get up the way, right? Okay. Plug off. Check it away. And we've got another bolt here. Too big. Too small. Another socket for that. Another bolt right here. Another 1/2 inch. Pocket. See if we can lift this thing up. Another 1/2 inch. second. See if we can lift this thing up. Get our alternator out the way. What we have now, let's see, idle pulley. I wonder what's going to happen if I move this bolt here. That's next to the idle pulley. I'm going to find out. I have a bolt right here. Right behind the idle pulley there. I want to see what's going to move when I loosen that up. Can't get a socket like that. I should just take the thing off. Look at the leak, let me see. I think my attention is going to come out with a star screwdriver. A star screwdriver. I'm going to take my tap it with my, I have a 15. I just put that water pump on last year. Right there. Keeping all my screws together. Now let's get this lid out here. Okay, nothing's still, stuff's still not moving. Looks like okay, stuff is still not moving. Got bolts out. And trying to see this. Let's see what's down here. These bolts are holding my water. I mean, not my power screen. This is loose. I see a bolt under here. Let me check that out. There's a bolt right there where my finger is. Let's see what that's holding on. Okay. Yes. 15 millimeter, but I need a deep well. Have my 3/4 ratchet, and I have already see how that's going to fit. Yeah. I want to know this one. This one there's my plate. There's my plate there. Okay. Now I'm going to try my tension on there. With that star. Screw it out. Have me a T45 star socket. Going to take off my tensioner. Got it loose. Do the rest by hand here. Here it comes. Got that out. Okay, let's see what else we got here. And this thing is still not moving. Okay, where am I? Now I'm going to take the line off of my power steering pump here. Get it close up there. My opening wrench did not fit that. It was too loose. So I tried my crescent. I was able to get it on there real tight and put pressure on there, and it's kind of tight getting it on there, but that's what broke it loose. Now that it's loose, I just want to turn it here. I got some tape to cover these lines up. Had to move my had to move my oil pan dipstick. That was in the way. Cover that up with some tape so nothing falls down there. And I'll be able to finish getting the press off. Make sure you wipe any debris off of there so it doesn't fall down in there. And your line there. Out the way. Okay, should be good to go. Hopefully I don't spill too much on the floor there. Let's turn this. What doesn't screw it out? I don't think it's under pressure. Let's see here. Everything should be almost off here. Oh, here it comes. I'm gonna get some tape, stick it over that. Opening. Gonna need a little washer there. Let me grab that. Like a Teflon tape or something. That's what that was. I want to cover this whole other. I want to cover this too. So let me wipe that off. I feel like that fluid's pretty dirty. And we're going to take some tape, cover that also. If we can get the tape over that. It's going to stay. I don't think it's going to stay. Let me try something else. I'm just going to make up something to stick down there. If I can wrap this up. Some tape around here. It's a water sprinkler key. Just going to take and find something to stuff that hole with. Just going to hack it now. Tape off of there. Which one fits snug? That's too snug. Check that one. Just gonna wrap it up. Some tape in here around that. See if this is gonna plug it up. That's not good enough. Oh. Let's see if that'll work. Let's see if I can just stuff that hole. If I'm pulling out too much. Let's keep it from pulling out some. Okay, well, anyway, moving right along. I found one more bolt. Actually, the nut I took off right under where the idler, right under the idler arm. The other one was behind it right here. Got my 5/8 deep well socket, and I'll just put it on there, and I'll be able to get that one off on my 5/8. It's right under. You couldn't see unless you bend over, right under the bottom there. So I got this bolt out here. Got this one out, and one just above that one. The whole bolt. Too big, but I can probably turn it. I already had it loose. So we got that one out. Where more of these go. And once I got my line off, I was able to maneuver this. Make sure. Whole section. Once I got my let's see, 1, 2. One, two, I think 3 bolts there out. Then we get this whole piece out with the power steering pump attached. I took the power steering line off. I'm going to slide this whole thing over, I believe. Make sure I got that right. Yeah, this whole thing looks like it's one slide over to the left. This is in the way. So I need to get a nut that's back here. One more nut, I need to loosen up back there. Get this bracket out of the way. This bracket's in my way. I'll get this bracket out the way, so I have to get one more nut down there, and let's see if this is yeah, my 1/2 inch socket to fit that nut that's at the bottom of this bracket. It's already loose. Nut off. And we have the nut off. So we can slide this out of the way. I can slide this whole piece out here. Now I can take this whole piece out. Something to hold this. Put it over here. Be still. And this back goes apart. Look like the mount is no good. Try to select the whole piece to the right. Okay. That was trying to come up. Whoa. And we have a problem. Let's see. Oh, can I lift this thing another hose that's possibly hindering. At the bottom of the power steering pump, I have another hose with a clamp on it. Get that out the way so we can maneuver. Get a piece of tape ready, I know. Get a piece of tape ready. So far I haven't still very much. Ready, set it right there. Hose. Loose. Good to see where else it is going. Let's see. Alone. Looks like my line is in the way. Progress. Not a little bit of my compressor. We'll have an issue. So this one is to the drive. Figure this out. got a bucket under there, so let's move this up. Get this hose off. Okay, the hose is off. Not like it's good that much, that's good. Now, let's try to figure out how to get this to go. This and place in the mover. Get the fan out the way. This is still okay. Looks like I'm going to have to remove this water pump pull. I'll take my screw out of it. Okay. Let me make sure that's what I need to do. I believe if I get the water pump pulley out the way, I can get to that. With my, I have a 15. Firewall gets it off. I just put that water pump on last year. Right there. Keeping all my screws together. Now let's get this out here. Okay, nothing's still, stuff's still not moving here. looks like okay, I got the screws to my water pump loose here. Trying to keep up with them. One more to go. And that took a 1/2 inch open wrench. Got them out. Not a lot of room here. We're gonna get that out the way. Now let's see if this rascal's gonna come out now. Okay, let's see if we can get him out now. That way. And, wow. I mean, what else God needs to do here? Just not. I don't know. It's just been happening. I think this other cord's gonna happen. Woo, goodness. Why did they who got to deal with this? Doesn't make any sense. Oh my goodness. Unbelievable. Almost there. Another inch to go. Okay, I can't believe I got it out. Diversity 2. What a mess. Woo! Had to push it all the way back and to the left, and it came out. And now we can access our compressor. Get some of this debris out of here. This was the problem right here. This long bolt. Well, this is what we did so far. Got the alternator out. Took off alternator wiring. And got the power steering pump out of the way. 3 long bolts on the side. Remove the water pump pulley. We're able to slide this whole thing to the left, up, maneuver this behind it, and we're able to get it out. And our compressor is right here. So we're going to take off the manifold in the back there. We have a bolt here, and like one there and one on the other side there. Maybe something on the bottom. I have to check and see. Moving right along. Diversity 2. Okay. Diversity 2 recording. We have a bolt under the compressor right here. Very strange places. Kind of hard to get to. If you don't have patience, you might forget about this one. Right there. I'm laying on my side under the vehicle, and this bolt right here under the compressor has to come out. Takes a long time if you don't have the right tool. Something electric and flat that can spin. Otherwise, one turn at a time for about 25 minutes and it'll come out. That's crazy. This is the most difficult compressor I've ever taken out. Unbelievable. Okay, we're on top of the compressor. There's a bolt attached to this bracket here. Has to come out. The compressor to the bracket, or the compressor to the water pump bracket. That one comes out. And I believe these two here. One here and one under. You can't really see it, but opposite side there. Right opposite side of that one. And we gotta get the manifold off the back. The compressor. And unplug the, well, maybe I don't have to worry about the wires. There's a harness back there. This one here. And move right along.